What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another 130 UT Draft Challenge where today we are going to try and crack the code of the Draft 130. That is right guys, 6 more attempts today with, he's extremely rare with some challenges to come later on down the week. But as always, we've got some comments from yesterday's video. I'm enjoying building these drafts and chatting to you guys right now, even though not all of you are enjoying the talk. Makes me wonder what you're here for, to be fair, if not for a bit of a chin wag and some absolute waffle. But yeah, we are gonna draft ourselves into oblivion once again today. 6 attempts at the 130. This one's not gonna go down very well. But the first comment is from the first comment I'm going to read is from Kadvalia. He says, I really love these new wife jokes in every episode. GG's Nep, keep it coming. I didn't realise, didn't I only do 2? I'm pretty sure I only did 2. Oh, Carlos Alberto, let's go. If there was more than 2, remind me, please, in the comment section, because I can't remember them. We get 96 Van Domzelaar there. All Maghrabi says, hey Nep, love the videos mate, interested to hear your thoughts on a wildcard / 12th man pick in draft. Once you do a draft, you can pick 2 players from one selection. The second player is then an extra wildcard you could use at the end of the draft. Doubt EA would introduce it. It feels like it could be a relatively interesting feature to spice things up in future drafts. Not quite sure what you mean, to be honest, mate. I don't know how picking 2... Like, I like the idea of being able to have an option where you could pick 2 players from one pick. I think I spoke about that a couple of days ago as like a fun feature. You know, so when you get a pick that's got like absolutely world beaters across the board, you could be like, oh, I'll take both of, 2 of the best and you'll forfeit another position somewhere else down the line. But a wildcard, I'm a little bit unsure as to what exactly you mean. By the way, Reinders, how good was he for Man City on his Premier League debut? He is going to be, man, if you, like, we've seen Kevin De Bruyne absolutely dominate the Premier League for like, what, 8 years, 6 years, something like that. And when he left... And even last season where he wasn't really at his best anymore, he's getting on a bit. He's not like super old Kevin De Bruyne, but he's certainly in that age range now where the fitness, the kind of physical side of things starts to dip a little bit. We thought it was going to be next to impossible, didn't we, for Man City to replace someone like Kevin De Bruyne. And I know it's only one game, and maybe I'm getting a bit ahead of myself, and I'm not even a City fan, so I hope he doesn't actually smash it. But Reinders was outstanding. Absolutely outstanding in that game. He just looked a different class, man. And that's mad. Either way. Well, can we get Hurtig in there for some chem? Yeah, we sure can. She gives Van Domzelaar the chemistry that's needed. Looking at maybe a 1-2-8 here for the first draft, which is pretty decent. Nothing too crazy. Caden says, Nep's one-liners have been on fire recently. Thanks. Appreciate that. Take 97, Rolfo. She can go in at left back. And then Swanson can go in at right back. We just got to improve then Bernardo Silva. Which hopefully won't be too difficult. German says, you should try taking the worst card if any of the options aren't good enough for the starting 11 or subs, 92 or 93 and above, no 88s, 87s, etc. Yeah, we did try that. And it didn't really do anything. Like, I do think, like, it's a shame, actually, because it kind of really loses some value with how we do the draft building. But the truth of the matter is, a 130 will come when I just get one of those extremely lucky drafts where it just continually pumps out the top-rated cards. It's very little skill. Very little methodology is involved. It is just about getting the highest rated cards and being lucky enough to get enough of them, which is a bit of a shame. But let's get into attempt number 2. If you want to use the best players in FC25, there's only one sure way to get them. U7buy.com gives some of the best prices around for you to buy Ultimate Team coins. It's fast, safe, and reliable, and if you use code NEP at checkout, you will get 8% off their prices. So check the link in the description. All right, guys, as we go into attempt number 2, going to have some editing for Viper to do here because I look shorter now, don't I? It's because I'm sat down now. All this standing up. Starting to kill my back. I've been standing up for days since I put this up desk in. Come on, man. Start us off better there. We got a comment from Geramendos. You should try taking the worst cut. No, that one we've already read. It was from Alex. He says, surely we're at a point now where you take both goalkeepers and then reserves. And if you only have terrible keepers, it's probably worth just sacking it off. Like, maybe, maybe not. But in any case, I think if you force keepers, like we've tried taking the reserves first, and I think it's actually like a negative overall. But if you force the keepers and just immediately presume that the draft's dead, I have seen really good drafts, 130s in fact, with like 88, 89, 90 rated players in the draft. And so we could have a poor keeper and still get the 130. The problem we have with taking, for example, the reserves first now is if I already had a super right back and a spare one on the bench, taking this Hakimi would have been dumb. Like, having the reserves for last is really valuable. It has been proven to be more valuable to save them till last than to kind of try any other method. And so I just personally don't think spending our time like trying to force the goalkeeper situation first is a good way about it. I thought I would do it for this this draft right here, though, to kind of almost showcase and talk through why I think it's not the greatest idea, rather than just saying it. Because if I just say it, people will ask, "Oh, well, you don't know if you don't try it." And it's like, yeah, you are right, even though you're kind of almost wrong a little bit, but you are right. You don't know if you don't try. But for example, our goalkeepers weren't necessarily brilliant in this draft, and yet our draft is actually pretty good. That first 11 specifically, with 98 Thierry Henry in there, that first 11 is very good. We need an upgrade on Di Natale. Which we can get with Serge Gnabry. You know, we need a new left back or whatever, but yeah, this draft is like, it's cooking a little bit. It's a 96 rated already. This could end up being genuinely a 130, and that would be quite mad, wouldn't it? That would be something else. I'd need another big icon, I think, especially a big striker. That's probably going to take us down to the 9.5. It does. We put Salma Basha in there in that backline spot. We've got 3 picks to go. I would need some huge players here now. We get Marquisio 92. He's good for the chemistry, but he's not good otherwise, unfortunately. We get Haidara. And then last, we get Yari Litmanen. And we'll pop Zakaria. We'll actually pop Zakaria into the team to give full chem. He'll give Hakimi all of that as well. And so we end with a 128 in that draft. Obviously nowhere near what we're looking for, but not too bad either. Let's get into attempt number 3. All right, guys. The third attempt for today. And Aaron Powell says, I went away for about a week and I wasn't able to watch your videos. But when I got back, I made sure I watched each video. It was so jarring, thanks pal, to watch over and over again that the drafts were just so poor and filled with non-rare gold cards. You are right, it was jarring. Until the other day, where the drafts actually became interesting to watch, as they had a chance of becoming a 130. Nonetheless, even though the drafts were stinky, we want here. Your videos were still entertaining. I love the chats when you explain things in a football knowledge, which I also like very much. Keep up the good work. Well, thank you very much. You can thank SoRare mostly for my football knowledge, actually. It used to be Football Manager, back when I was a young whippersnapper. I used to play Football Manager, or as it was known back then as Championship Manager. I don't know if Championship Manager still exists these days, but yeah, FM and Championship Manager, like 98, 99 and stuff. I used to play those games. I used to be genuinely one of those, all right, one more game. Right, I'll do one more game. And then I wouldn't do one more game because I'd do a couple of games and I'd be like, all right, do you know what? I'll play to the January. I'll play till like first game of the Premier League. I'll play to the first game of the Premier League. Then I get to the first game of the Premier League. I'll be like, all right, let me just play like to the end of the transfer window. Then you get to the end of the transfer window. I'll be like, all right, let me just play till like Champions League starts. Then Champions League starts. Then I'll be like, all right, let me just play till like the Christmas break. Then I'll just play till like the mid-season. Then you get so far in, you're like, right, let me just play till the end of the season. And then as soon as that last game of the season is done, I'll end it there and I'll go to bed and I'll come back and play tomorrow. And you get to the end of the season, you're like, right, let me just play to like the transfer window opening so I can see what like players I can get in. And the process would just continue. And you just end up being there forever. And it was great fun. But I've been playing Championship Manager since those days. And off the back of that, I got a lot of football knowledge about players back then. Obviously, a lot of those players now have grown up, played, had their careers, retired, and so on and so forth. But yeah, there was always some good opportunities. I'm in there. There was always some good opportunities to learn a lot from Football Manager. Since then, oh, hello, Maradona. Since then, it's been more about So Rare has kind of like really engaged my football knowledge, and it allows me to explore like lots of different leagues, learn about lots of different players, and kind of like learn a lot about fantasy football as well. And so, yeah, really got a lot of time for Sorare. Okay, is going to be good for us. But this draft is not very good, unfortunately. 310.95. I mean, no good left back here. Not a good draft in general. We can put Zintner on. We'll put Odegaard at left wing for a little bit of chemistry over Rivaldo. We'll pop Jed Spence at right back for a bit more chemistry. We'll pop Zentner in goal for a little bit more chemistry. That is about as much as we're going to get, to be fair. Yeah, I mean, this will be a 95 rated draft again, but the 95 rated aren't what we're looking for, quite honestly. This isn't far off of a 98, 97 rated, 96 rated. Because we've got him down there. Not far off, but there's just a few way too many missing pieces. I mean, like, Essler in that centre midfield spot is terrible. The left back spot is terrible. The bench has got some stinkers on it. The chemistry is terrible. Let's just move into attempt number 4, guys. The other way that we can go into recording now as well, guys, is by sitting down still. Because it's a standing desk, obviously. But it's like a movable desk. It's really cool. So I'm going to sit down for these last few drafts because honestly, I've been standing up all day at this desk and my feet are sore. Not really anything else, but my feet are actually just killing me. Standing up. I'm going to have to get some... Lena Hurtig, nice. I'm going to have to get some slippers, aren't I, to wear whilst I record. So this chair's weird as well because that's like level, but that makes me feel like I'm like... Anyway, doesn't matter. Dylan says, I don't even play FC 25, but for some reason I can't help tuning into these drafts. Thank you very much, Dylan. Good to have you here. Give me that Johnson there. Very nice. Right, just hook me up with a big cam, EA, and let this draft breathe. See, this is one of those picks, guys, where having the ability to take 2 options would be so good, wouldn't it? Let me take Mane and Hullet, or Bellingham and Hullet. That would be so good. Either way, Ruud Hullet 99 is a really good way to kick things off. Mapex RG says, maybe just a placebo. Ooh, Frank Rijkaard. He's got centre-back as well. Love that. Maybe just a placebo, but you seem to be more energised standing. Yeah, I don't think that is a placebo. I think that could be very, very true, actually. Dude, like, sitting down is such like a lethargic thing, isn't it? It's such a lazy thing anyway, sitting down. But I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know. It's not something I'd paid attention to, but if you've picked up on it, I'm going to believe you. Right, this draft is looking good, guys. This draft is looking good. Berg needs a bit of an update. Tammy Abraham needs a bit of an upgrade. Everybody else is absolutely fine. Centre-back number 1, absolutely fine. 97, Bastoni. And centre-back number 2, whew, 96, Steph Catley gets that chemistry with Hurtig. One more icon away from full chem there, and Catley's got some positionals as well, which is very good. So if we get another good centre-back, Catley can go left wing, Hurtig can go striker, and we're good there. And then the last pick on this draft, I'm going to go for Alex Ramiro. It's only a 95 rated so far, but I think that's very good given the fact we've got Abraham Ramiro and Berg in there. The goalkeeper here could be everything to us, to be honest. Diogo Costa, I mean, he helps us a little bit with rating and a little bit with chemistry. I mean, I'm going to take Roberto Carlos, but honestly, he offers nothing. That's not true. He offers a bit of chemistry. But I'm not going to take it right now. Like, obviously, if that was a 98 Carlos, that would have been great. We'll take the 96 Hakimi. He doesn't offer us anything by way of chemistry either, but great for the bench, to be fair. Oh, that's nice. Scholes in that CDM spot. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Actually, for now, that. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're moving, guys. We're moving. 3 picks to go on the bench. Oh, yeah. Nakata can go in there. And then swap right there. Oh, yeah, yeah. Other than the goalkeeper, the starting 11 is very good. The bench needs some work. And we're already 95 rated. I'm actually not going to take Harder because she's got the 97. We're still 95 rated with 2 commons on the bench. And we're still 95 rated with Figo on there as well. Yeah, you got to nice me now, man. You've got to nice me. You can't give me this stinky set of reserves now. That's more like it. 99 Ella Toon. She can go in over Steph Catley. And then swap with Frank Rijkaard. And then swap with... Oh, no. No, she can't. She can't. She's going to have to go in over Nakata. That's still calm, though. That's still really nice. 299s now in here. 3 picks to go, guys. Come on, give me a big goalkeeper. 95, Danny Carvajal. This one feels super close. Might have just been let down a little bit there. 1 pick. Come on. Big card, and I reckon we could have it. All right, we get Putellas and Mane. Putellas at left wing is an upgrade on the team. I don't know if it's an upgrade on the chemistry. Mane is not an upgrade on the team or chemistry, so we'll take Putellas. The first thing we're going to do, put the big players in. Ooh, I don't think we're going to get there, but I do think it's going to be close. Yeah, it's only 96 rated. We lose the chem point on Catley if we put Putellas in. That is a very good draft. Honestly, I think if we had like a 98 or 99 rated goalkeeper, I think we would be there. It's very close. Maybe we need an upgrade on Roberto Carlos and Luis Figo as well. But that's a really strong setup. And then for Johnson, we get Thomas Frank in there. It's a big, big 129, guys. Let's go and get into attempt number 5. As we get into the next attempt, guys, Jonah says, why not do 1 reverse draft? Start with the reserves and then the bench and then the starting 11 just for fun. I mean, we can do it again, but we've done it so many times before. It's a sort of thing that really lets me know that you don't actively watch the content. And listen, that's fine, man. Not everyone can watch every video, right? I'm just saying. If you know what I mean, you should have seen the previous ones. We can do it, though. We'll start with 97, Ollie Watkins off the reserves. Listen, if we actually get a bang in reserves, it was about to give me the 130. Now it's just loaded in the 129, hasn't it? Yeah, see, I don't know about Pele, man. Obviously, I'm going to take a 96 Pele because he can go at cam and striker. And he's good for chem and good for rating. But when there's a 99 Pele floating around, you don't really want to take the 96. Ooh. I'm going to go. Oh, Angers, really good. Like, we've got I do need a replacement for that. Nah, I'm going to go Lampard. That might end up being a mistake there. Maybe taking the goalkeeper would have been the play there. Maybe. Maybe not. Let's see what we get from those goalkeeper slots. We get 98 Rio Ferdinand. Okay, our kind of like cam and striker situation is looking quite nice. We'll take 93 Hullet. Again, another player that I know has got a 99. But this is kind of like one of the downsides, I suppose, of taking the bench and reserves first. You don't really know what you need. You're kind of just working on guesswork. And we'll take Anara Dotira there because she's got centre-back too. But this bench and reserves is actually pretty fantastic. I can't lie. It's a really, really, really strong setup. And we got the goalkeeper. So it was the right choice taking Frank Lampard. Right, let's take the positions where we've got quality already and see if we can start building into like a super draft. So we'll put Frank Lampard in there. So we've got a quality right back already. And now we've got two. We get Jed Spence in there. So, oh no, we've got a quality left back. Oh, Bissouma can go in the centre mid because he'll get chemistry with Jed Spence. We'll take Vitinha. Vitinha's going to be really good actually because he'll give the chemistry, the full chem to Hernandez. We get Lotte Wubben-Moy. Right, I'll tell you what, guys. This draft is a bit mad, isn't it? Let's put Hernandez in there now. He's on full chem. He's got left back too, but we've got a quality left back as well. This draft is mad, to be fair. We get another quality left back. We'll take Alphonso Davies out for Anara Dottir. We do want Bissouma in that centre mid spot. Okay, good. We could just pop him in there. And then swap Ollie Watkins there. Let's pop Pele on the bench as well. Over Fernando Hierro. Guys, it's a good setup, man. It's a good setup. We've already got now cam and two strikers with high ratings. It's just whether or not we get high ratings here as well, which we did. We got Heaps 97, which is very good. We get a striker. It's just Fulkrug, but that's where Ferdinand now goes in. And we swap with Bex there. 94 rated. Don't think it's going to cut the mustard. We get 97 Katoto. It is only a 96 rated draft. That, though, guys, was actually really, really fun. If we had an upgrade on Beckham and Hullet on the bench, I reckon we're there. Because the rest of the bench is actually very good. 2 97s, 2 95s, and a 96. The starting 11 is fantastic. Other than the 95... Oh, we can actually get Watkins in here. We don't quite have the full chem there, but it does upgrade the team. It doesn't take us to a 97 either. Pele doesn't take us up there. Neither does Dudek, unfortunately. But that, honestly, an upgrade on Beckham and Hullet, and that would be a 130. I might do that again. All right, guys. The last one for today. Let's see if doing the backwards draft. Oh yeah, with a 4-2-4 as well. Let's do it again. Start me with a big captain, EA. No, you never do. You never do. Put Rashford there. Let's do it again. Hook it up again. Okay, 93 Hamer. He can go in at centre mid. Okay, 94 Hazard. He can go at left wing with Rashford up front. Okay, 95, woo, Lay. Can go right wing or striker. 88, Ter Hernandes. Just for the reserves. And then we'll take Rafa there because Griezmann's got the 98. Not terrible, but not as good as the last time. We'll go with Balde there as well. Yeah, not cooking. It's not cooking. We'll take Bogle there. And I think, again, it's like very similar to what we've kind of talked about. It's like you're either going to get lucky or you're not. There's no skill involved. There's no methodology involved. There is just blind, dumb luck. You either get the super high-rated players or you don't. That is it. Now, this bench and reserves isn't awful. If the Ooh, Fox by name, Fox by nature. If the starting 11 is actually cracked, then we could be okay. Right, we'll start with the left back because we've got Jordi Alba to go in there. And we shall put Jordi Alba in there. We'll then take a centre mid because of Paul Scholes. We can pop Paul Scholes in that centre midfield spot if this is a bad one. Okay, it's 94 core, so we'll move to the other centre midfield spot. And that's where we've got to upgrade Paul Scholes. We'll go for right wing because we've actually got 3 good right wings. Yeah, that's not too good. We'll take Joe Cole in there, and then we'll go for striker because we've got a couple of good positionals for striker. So I'll pop Mortensen for Wule. And then striker number 2. Not bad. Thuram, Pajor, and Osimhen. I feel like Thuram's probably the best player to take there. That's pretty good. We'll also pop Payne into the starting 11 over Rashford. Now we've got Emily Fox for right back. We've got Callum Wendo for right back too. Emily Fox won't get the chemistry right now, so we'll leave her on the bench. We get Chris Smalling at centre back. Now we don't actually have centre backs. It is a massive problem with this draft that we built here. Now we've got, again, what a selection here, guys, for us to be able to actually take 2 really cool centre-backs. Imagine if that would have been like an opportunity. I would have taken Romero in there as well. Boom. We would have had some absolutely sick stuff going on. Unfortunately, I don't think we're getting anywhere close what we actually want. Gustavo Hamer gets onto the bench. Eden Hazard gets onto the team. We're short an icon for overall chemistry. I think Rafa doesn't get the chem either. Hamer neither. Emily Fox is a no-go. Might get the same chem as Jordi Alba though, so that's a little upgrade there. But yeah, guys, it wasn't to be. It was not to be. And so only a 94-8 draft that way. But I tell you what I tell you what I don't like about this drafting this way. For example, we're left with Chris Smalling and Beckenbauer. Like, Chris Smalling is there. I feel like we would have taken another centre-back if we did it the regular way. I tell you what I do like about doing it this way is we can kind of like really isolate the picks and build into fun drafts. So I don't mind it. But for today, that is going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rate, and comment. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But now, guys, I'm out. Peace.